So hello everyone, welcome to the channel. In this video we are going to discuss about your physics exam for class 8th. So we'll go for the solving of the paper. So we'll look at the first MCQ that is there. Alright, the first question that we have, that is 1 kg of air is compressed from 2 meter cube to 1 meter cube. Which statement is correct? So this will be answer number A. If the volume is decreased, it is compressed, it is reduced, then what will happen to the density? The density will increase. So this one will be the right answer. The density is double. The second point, yes, question number 2. Density is defined as your mass per unit volume. So answer number C is your correct one. Then if you move to the third one, the mass of oil is 5520 kg and its volume is 6 meter cube. Its density will be, if you have to find the density of this, you have to use the formula rho is equals to mass upon volume for finding the density. So 5520 kg upon volume, that is 6 meter cube. After solving this, you will get 920 kg per meter cube. So answer number B will be the correct one. And you have to remember one thing when you're solving this kind of question. So you have to remember the unit which is written in the question. The unit should be exactly the same in the answer and in the question also. So this thing you have to remember. Question number 4, that is the average kinetic energy of molecules increase with an increase in evaporation, heat, boiling, all the above. So due to evaporation, your kinetic energy is increased. Due to boiling, the kinetic energy is also increased, and due to heat, it is also increased. So the correct option is your D1, all the above. Moving to the next one, that is your fifth one. Which of the following is not a change of state? Freezing, melting, mixing, evaporation. So answer C, mixing is not the change of state. Sixth one, it has a fixed shape and volume with particles closely back together. So in which state of matter the particles are very closed and it has a fixed shape and volume? It is solids. So that is the correct one. Seventh, the process in which solid changes directly into vapors without changing into the liquid state, that is called sublimation. So answer C will be the correct one. Moving to the eighth one, the conversion of the liquid to a gas at all temperature is called evaporation, sublimation, condensation, deposition. So for this, the correct answer will be evaporation. So evaporation happens at all the temperature. Next, the ninth one. A block of metal has a mass of 30 kgs and a volume of 4 liters. Its density is 7.5 kg per liter, 0.75 kg per liter, 7 kg per liter, or D, 750 kg per liter. So you have to use the same formula, rho is equals to mass upon volume. So mass we have 30 kg and the volume we have 4 liters. So after calculating, we will get the answer, that is 7.5 kg per liter. So answer number A will be the correct one. Okay, we have one more, that is the last question for your MCQs. Which substance will float on water? Nail, aluminium rod, cork, or the D, iron block? So the answer is very simple, that is your cork will float on the water. So this was about your MCQs. If you got the correct answers, you can comment it down and you can comment how many correct answers you got. Okay, next we have your fill in the blanks, which is for 10 marks. Question number 1 says dash and dash can flow. Okay, which state of matter can flow? Your liquids and your gases can flow. So the correct answer is your liquids and your gases. They can flow. Water is a matter because it has mass and it occupies space. So that's why if anything is having mass and it occupies space, it will be considered as your matter. Next we have your iodine is a dash solid. The iodine is a sublimating solid. Iodine can be converted directly into gas without converting into liquid. So if a solid is doing that, that is because of sublimation process. So it is a sublimating solid. Next we have the SI unit of density is, we know that SI unit of density is kilogram per meter cube. So that is the correct one. Moving to the next one, fifth one. The kinetic energy of the particle depends upon temperature. So the correct answer is temperature. Okay, next we have frost forms on leaf because of, okay, which process is said that the gas is directly converted into your solids. If the gas is converted directly into solid without converting into liquids, it will be called as deposition. So this is the correct answer for the sixth one, deposition. Because how the frost is formed, the water vapor which is present around the leaves, it cools, and without converting into liquid, it directly converts into solid. So that is what it is called as frost. Okay, next we have the seventh one, oil is dash than water. So we know that the oil has less density than water. So oil is lighter than water. Lighter. That can be written as for answer number 7. Eighth, the density of water is dash kg per meter cube. So how much is the density of water in kg per meter cube? That is 1000. All right. Next we have question number 9th, which says that 1 centimeter square is equals to dash meter square. So for this, we need to convert 1 centimeter square to meter square. So we know that 1 centimeter square can be written as 1 centimeter into 1 centimeter. So if we have to change in meter, so 1 centimeter is equals to 1 upon 100 meter into 1 upon 100 meter. So after simplifying it, you will get 1 upon 100 into 100 meter square. So after calculating it, you will get 1 upon 10,000. Calculating furthermore, you will get 0.0001 meter square. So how many meter squares are there in 1 centimeter? It will be 0.0001. So that is the correct answer. If you want to write in powers also, you can write in powers. So the answer will be 10 to the power minus 4 meter cube. That is also correct. If you have written that also, that is also correct. The 10th one, a dash is used to determine alcohol content and fat in milk. So to identify the alcohol content and the fat in the milk, you need a instrument, and this instrument which measures the density, that is your hydrometer. It is hydrometer. So with this we are done with your fill in the blanks as well. Okay, now we are going to solve our numerical part. Your first numerical says a liquid has a density of 1.2 gram per centimeter cube. If you have a container holding 250 centimeter cube of this liquid, what will be the mass of this liquid? So you have to find the mass of the liquid. So first we can write the given values which is given in your question. So first given value is your density. Density is 1.2 gram per centimeter cube. And then we have, if you have the container holding 250 grams, so after this you have your volume of the container, that is 250 centimeter cube. Now you have to find the mass of the liquid. So you will use the formula of density, that is rho is equals to mass upon volume. You will rearrange this formula. So m will be your rho, that is density, into volume. So what is your density here? 1.2. What is your volume? That is 250. After calculating, you will get 300 grams. That will be your mass of the liquid. So if you got this one, it is your right answer. Moving to the next one. Next we have your question number 2. It says the relative density of iron is 7.8. So relative density is 7.8. Then if the density of water is 1.0 into 10 to the power 3 kilogram per centimeter cube. Calculate the density of iron in SI unit. So as you know that 1.0 into 10 to the power 3, it can also be written as 1000 kg per meter cube. You can write like this also. So formula of relative density is equals to density of the substance upon density of your water. So we know that the density of the substance is x. We don't know the density, but we have the relative density in the question. The relative density is 7.8. Density of substance we have to find upon the density of water, that is 1000. So density of substance is equals to 7.8 into 1000, and after calculating it you can get this, or you can also write like this also, 7.8 into 10 to the power 3 kilogram per meter cube. Like that also you can write. Both the answers are correct. So if you got this one, you consider your 2 marks. Okay, we have the next question, that is question number 3. So we have a measuring cylinder which is filled with 30 ml of water. Next part of the question says a metal object with a mass of 24 grams. So there is a metal object with a mass of 24 grams. So we have m, that is 24. Then the next part of the question says is carefully placed into the cylinder. The water level rises to 36 ml. Now what happens is, after you put the metal object into the cylinder, let's say we have a measuring cylinder and you put that metal object inside. Initially your level of water was 30 ml. After putting the object, it rises and it went up to 36. So you have to find the actual volume. So how you can find the actual volume? The initial volume and the final volume you have. What was the final volume? That was 36. So final volume minus initial volume. So 36 minus 30, 6 ml. And you know that 1 ml can also be written as 1 centimeter cube. So here we have 6 ml, which can also be written as 6 centimeter cube. Now putting into the formula for finding out the density is equals to mass upon volume. So mass is 24 grams and your volume is 6 centimeter cube. After calculating, you will get 4 grams per centimeter cube. So this will be your answer for question number 3. And if you got it, 4 grams per centimeter cube, your answer is right. Let's move to the fourth one. The fourth is the mass of the iron ball is 312 grams. Okay, the mass is given, question number 5. Mass is given, it is 312 grams. Then we have the density. Rho density is 7.8 grams per centimeter cube. Now you have to find the volume. Rho is equals to m upon v. Arranging the formula, v is equals to m upon rho. V is equals to 312 grams upon 7.8. After calculating it, you will get 40 centimeter cube. So if you got this answer, your question number 5 is correct and you will get 2 marks. Okay, moving to the last question. Okay, we'll move to the last question. Okay, the earlier question, it was question number 4. Now this is question number 5. Okay, so you can mark it was question number 4. This is question number 5. So question number 5 says there is a density of a metal box that is 8.9 grams per centimeter cube. Now you have to convert this into kilogram per meter cube. Kilogram per meter cube you have to convert. Now what you can do is, first you need to understand that 1 gram will have how many kilograms? 1 upon 1000 kilograms, which can also be written as 10 to the power 3 kgs. Alright, now if you talk about 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter can also be written as 1 upon 100 meters, or if you write in powers, 10 to the power minus 2 meter. But here we have in this question 1 centimeter cube. You have to match the unit also. So there is 1 centimeter cube, which can also be written as 1 centimeter into 1 centimeter into 1 centimeter. So for converting 1 centimeter, we have to write 1 upon 10 to the power 1 upon 100 into 1 upon 100. Okay, like that you can write. So after simplifying it, you can get like that. So you can write this expression as 10 to the power minus 6 meter cube. Now you have to see that your SI unit is this one. So you have to convert from kg, from gram to kg per meter cube. So how much is 1 kg? That is 10 to the power minus 3 upon 10 to the power minus 6. So after simplifying it, you will get 10 to the power 3 kg per meter cube. Now using this, you can solve 8.9 grams per centimeter cube to kilogram per centimeter per meter cube. So putting into the you can write like that also, or else you can write like that also. Both the answers are correct. So if you got this one, this is also correct. If you want, you can take the screenshot of it and you can understand it later on. So this was all about your numericals and all. Okay, now we have the last part of our question paper, that is your question and answers. So first question, it says give the condition for floating and sinking. Okay, this answer is very simple. For floating, the object that is there, it should have density less than the liquid or the water if it is there. So for floating, you have a simple condition, that is the density of the substance should be less than of the liquid. And for sinking, it is quite opposite. The density of the substance should be more than of the liquid or of the water if it is there. So that is the condition for floating and condition for sinking. Then we have density. Density is your mass per unit volume, and the formula that we have, that is rho is equals to mass upon volume. So that is also 2 marks if you wrote the answer correctly. Okay, then we have the third one, why solid do not take the shape of the container they are kept in. Okay, the arrangement of molecules in solids are so tightly packed because of the intermolecular force of attraction, so they do not go here and there and do not take the shape of the container they are in. So they have a fixed shape, they don't change their shape if the container is changed. So that was your third one. We'll talk about the fourth one, what is deposition. Okay, we have already discussed what is deposition. Deposition is your gas when it is changed to solids without changing into liquids, that is called deposition. Okay, fifth one, how can you increase the density of water? It is very simple. You can increase the density of the water just by adding a solute, or for example by adding salt in it. You can increase the density of water. Okay, sixth, which state of matter has the least density? Okay, that is your gases. It has the least density because the molecules are very far away from each other, so it is less dense. Give two application of floating. Okay, we have your ships which floats on water, then we have your life jackets which we wear while we are swimming, so it helps us to swim, so that is working on your flotation. Then we have conduction. Okay, the transfer of heat from the hotter part to your colder part, that is called conduction. Moving on to the ninth one, explain how evaporation causes cooling effect. Okay, when evaporation occurs, so whatever heat is around their object, your heat is being absorbed there, and it causes you a cooling effect. That's why when there is evaporation you feel cooling. The last one, why does ice float on water? Okay, the answer is very simple, because of the density of the ice is less than of water. So when water is in solid form, the water will have less density. So that was about your question paper. I hope you liked the video. I hope you got your answers correctly, you wrote it down, and I hope you get good marks in your UT1. Okay, we'll meet in the next video. Till then, bye bye.